Welcome all. This will be episode 9. And at this point, I'm just going to say this right away. Thank you for following me so far in this Let's Learn series if you've gone this far. But now you really have to start thinking about where we're going to go from here. At this point in the game, I've gotten to the point where I more or less have like established myself a faction here. It's got itself like a base. All this territory down here in this section of the galaxy is mine. And we basically have to decide how we're going to win the game at this point in time. So you get to this point where like you set up your game to like win it, and then you decide how you're going to win it. So right now I've managed to research quite a bit of my tech tree. There's some other stuff I want to get, like say I want to get like, solar mining up there. Oops. I want to get like solar mining, that's technology there. And like solar eradication, some of this other stuff. But sort of like the main stuff I'm doing right now, I've already got myself some basic ships. I could do some more research to get some more advanced ships, and I probably will do that as I play along. But here's where you start to think. Each of these like factions have different ways how to like set up to win. Like the Hisho are set up so that they can win militarily or expansionally. So the more territory the Hisho hold, the more likely they are to win. The Sophons, they're like made to get like tech victories. The Horatio to expand and populate wonders, and the Pilgrims are sort of set up to get like diplomatic or military as they need to. The United Empire, they're set up to get economic or military, depending on what you choose, and we have to decide where it's going to be better to try and go for an economic victory or a military victory. Right now, I hold pretty much all this territory down here. I'm like the biggest player there is, and I'm in a good position to go either way. If I hover over here, you can see how close we are to victory. So economic victory is at 5% right now. Scientific is obviously how close are you to researching this tech down here. This big 683 term one down here. If you get that one, you get the scientific victory. We won't worry about that. We're not going to go for that, but if it was closer, I might worry about it. Hovering over here, you can see supremacy and expansion victory. So right now I'm at 25% supremacy victory. That's capturing all the capital homeworlds of the factions. Expansion is just covering a whole lot of territory, 75% of the galaxy to be exact, I believe. And there's diplomatic, which is like 29%. So these percentages, they aren't really reliable, I guess, going by them, but they can be helpful. The United Empire is really good at generating money. So I could actually up my tax rate and get a whole lot of money per turn and start climbing my way up to like an economic victory. I could also try and stay in alliances with people. Right now, I'm allied with these guys right here, and I could try and go allied with these guys in the near future if I get the chance. So here's the sort of thinking. Right now, my sectors are more or less getting upgraded very well, and I'm probably going to go for the economic victory just because of the fact that, well, more or less all these sectors are built up. And going for like the economic victory would be very, very easy. This guy right here, he's really no threat to me, the United Empire, and I more or less have enough ships that I could probably dominate most of his territory. So what I'll probably do is I'll like be conquering this guy just to build up my faction, get more money from that. And these like things over here, when I get to completion, I guess, of the technology trees, instead of like doing the research industry research type of thing I've been doing for all these sectors, I'll be like focusing on economic structures. So how we're going to be doing this, I'm basically going to get all this stuff here, and then we're just going to go down to this tree over here, the diplomacy and trading technology tree, and I'm going to like start focusing on these like improvements and giving more money per turn. And that'll get us to our economic victory. Anyhow, at this point, I suppose I should start dealing with some of this other stuff. Probably want to try and kill this guy, so why not? I've held him here long enough. I want to like have his fleet able to invade his sector, so we'll attack him. And this would be good if I had like the beam weapon stuff, but I'll have to go with offense. Offense, and let's go auto. I knew he was going to retreat, right? So we're just going to start tracing this guy around. Okay, can I get up here? And we're basically just going to chase this guy around and sort of kill him with that fleet, if possible. One of the bad things about this game is that it's really hard to kill units that are in motion. Basically, they'll always retreat unless you're Sheridan, if you're not in their home territory, which is one of the bad things about this game, but something you have to deal with. Right now, the United Empire is really getting invaded quite a bit. I might go up the works here and try and kick him out so that he goes and destroys some of his other stuff around. Because the United Empire is fairly strong, it's just that they're trying to go up against me, and let's just put it mildly, I'm very strong. Alright, enough of this time. We've wasted enough going around here. Let's just end the turn and get this on the way. So, a couple of these systems that got the industry research, we're going to change that over to wealth. And basically, yeah, we're going to be starting to get the wealth going. Lots of wealth. So, Calum, you're good with your structures. We'll get him to start building the industry of wealth. You'll notice that one of the things about the United Empire when you're playing them is that they have, this like advanced dust gem, which lets you get even more industry to wealth conversion. Looks like the ratio of battling me somewhere. We'll worry about that in a moment. Alright. Nope, don't care. Okay, well, you're working very well, so let's get you to build that. And basically what I'm doing here is we're just going through here. If these systems need to be improved anymore, then I will improve them. And if they don't need to improve, I won't be improving them. They'll be just dust generating. So we'll get this going. And I do want to keep doing research because that will help my wealth a little bit, but getting the wealth up to see how well I can do it will be important for now. So Banny. Probably should colonize you, so let's get that out of the way. Spanning I'll have to go back to. I'm just going to do it. I'm basically doing this so the industry spillover goes to wealth. I actually shouldn't do that, should I? Let's go and do that and change that. A little bit of industry spillover is not a bad thing. If you can't tell, this is a very easy game to min-max. And it gets to the point now where I'm starting to min-max everything. You don't seem to be terrible, but I suppose we'll get that. And it's slowly going through all this stuff. Tundra, ocean. Yeah, I'll do that, you two. Just get that populated real quick. So, alright, we started to get some of our stuff already going to basically start generating as wealth for our victory. Got a couple ships here. I've sort of forgotten how I'm merging all these ships, but I know that I'm setting up with the Veni as needed. These guys could easily cause this one little cruiser to retreat, so why not? We'll do that. We'll get you to offense them. Don't know what I'll do right there, but we'll see. Okay, got this mechanic. He can start going up the Vene. How are we doing on our... Okay, you're almost up to Gemini, which is cool. One of my guys is getting attacked by the Horatio. And it appears to be right here. They're actually attacking the Pilgrim's homeworld. You're just going to retreat and hopefully get away. He's probably dead, but oh well. Yep, he's dead. So the Pilgrims up here are being attacked. Still a little bit bad. I like these guys, but oh well. Can't really deal with it. Okay, you can chase these guys around a little bit. Where'd he go? That guy sort of disappeared somewhere. Oh well, no big deal. To be honest, I've got this guy defending up here because it's convenient to do so. Let's go to Works, I guess, and try and get rid of this. Well, I suppose my guys are a little bit too weak for him. It's a hero fleet, sadly. But the United Empire is definitely biting the bullet at this point. They've taken too many hits from me, I guess. Go that way. So I'm doing a little bit of desk creation, as you can see here. I probably could push this down from 40% like as far as I want to, but the main thing is basically to start getting the wealth conversion going on now. A little bit will help. I don't want to be going too far. I do want to get some research. You want to just basically balance how you're going to go toward your victory. It's basically like everything in this game. You want to balance everything out so that you're not exposing yourself, to the weakness. You don't want to go into like the technology tree and research all military, because that will or even works all trade and economics, because that will basically weaken you in all the other free trees. So I want to be really careful. I guess this would be more or less the point of this episode. We're like deciding how our victory is going to go, but just sort of gently nudge ourselves in that direction. And it looks like we took out the Aruga sector. Looks like we found the Wonder on Chemos. And we got ourselves solar mining. So Aruga Falls to us. Banny here, you can let's get you producing a little bit more of this, I guess. You can make asteroids go in whatever direction you want. But for now, I guess well, I suppose I don't really need to get you to do industry. You can go like finance, I guess. Just go like this. So that's banning out of the way, more or less. It's getting colonized. Get rid of the Ice 10 right away. And we'll get science going from there. A couple more science systems open up. This thing, for example. You can knock off that little guy. Just auto it. I don't care about him running away. He didn't even run away, he just died. Oh well. Excellent, you got a little bit more experience. Let's just pump up this guy's defender. And all back in here, we're going in converting these guys from science industry conversion to industry wealth conversion. We're going to Zach core here. For a long while, it won't be. God, this guy has so many hyperscale farms. Let's start converting these. Getting this. I'm not against having farms everywhere like this. I guess it does get your population up, and as players will say in this game, the more population you have, basically the more production wealth you get from your systems. But eventually you'll get that population. Now it's just a bar to go in these, these systems over and over again just to do that. Get that going. Get this going. That'll be just a general fix it up for that system. Okay, so now we've got a fleet here. I only need one to stay here, right? So we'll send this guy down to Vega. You can start invading and defending. So it looks like it'll take 13 turns to invade this sector, though I can do a 100% invade on Vega if I want to, and that might be a better idea just to deal with it. And I'll make it a lot easier too, for a simple fact I can send down Aquarius, send that guy down like the fervor, and just keep cutthroating the United Empire here. Let's see here. How am I going to split these guys up? Right now I'm just setting up a lot of these ships, right? But I'm not really deciding how they're going to be designed up, more or less. I guess let's get these guys to wait here. I just built ships for the sake of building and having them. I haven't really designed how I'm going to put the fleets or how many more I'm going to have to start building. Okay, we finally colonized this planet. That took forever, didn't it? Helium's good for science. Platform of use is good for defense. So nothing really too spectacular from this system. We'll just get that going. Actually, I should probably get this planetary institute going for the farms. It's going to take forever to get this. You know what? We're actually going to go hyperscale farms on this, and then go like that. I could buy this stuff too. Might be a better idea. And it's not going to hurt me. There's something to know about the economic victory. You can keep generating as much cash as you want. It'll always contribute to your economic victory. So you can spend this as you wish. It's one of the nice things about the economic victory. So you know what? We're actually going to buy just some of this basic stuff. And you'll note that the approval is like gone in this system because the expansion disapproval has gone to the point where I just don't have any ability to manage expansion victory because I have so many plants at this point. So we'll get this. I guess that'll be the main stuff we're going for right now, just the stuff here. There is structures, by the way, that let you reduce the cost of buying out stuff like that. I generally don't buy them, but that might be a good place to actually start thinking about it. It's from the technologies over here, actually. I'm actually researching it right now, Alien Barter Fury. So I may want to worry about that in the near future. I'll just dump you in here for now. Once I get all the ships I built up there, I'll start managing how I'm going to have these guys distributed. But for now, where are we? It looks like I'm actually done building the ships. I just need to get this one fleet up there. I can manage those ones over there. So, okay. We'll end in our turn, I guess, or... Actually, I'm just going to decide if I want to invade this. So, here's where you want to decide when it's worth invading and when it's not. This is probably worth invading because it'll speed up the conquering of the United Empire. The more of this guy's systems they get, the better. So, you know, we're going to do 100% success probably invading. And there goes Vega. So, eventually succeed, ownership 50%. This is what basically you get from invading people. You get the ownership, and you get like a report of what you lost. So I sent in all my troops. I lost 4 of my troops from my invasion. I didn't lose any fighters and bombers though. Defender, he lost a lot of population, and he basically didn't lose any buildings. This is cool. So dismiss. If we're going to Vega now, ownership at 50%. So I'm 50% the owner here, which is cool. And it looks like he's got these more or less made fine. Let's get this now. Approval is still going to suck because the ownership is there, but it's also because the what can I say about this? I guess the expansion to approval isn't as bad because, you know, the fact that this was his planet. The more planets you colonize, the worse your expansion disapproval gets, but, you know, as you conquer them, it's a lot easier to manage them at this point. I have so many planets, so conquering another guy's planets is actually going to help me in expanding a lot more. We're going to get this and this. Probably next turn I'll be able to worry about... You'll notice that these guys are both at 0, by the way. Once you invade something like that, you always get these guys set to 0. What to do? Where's my other hero? So right now you're in Pictor. Pictor, 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 Pictor. Where is Pictor? There, right there. So you're slowly getting this system built up. I guess that's fine. I can leave you here. Probably should get the Aurora Ways out of this planet. Get that going. And we'll colonize this asteroid for whatever reason, just to colonize and have it out of the way. We'll leave him in Pictor because I do want to develop these systems up more than I want to develop the stuff up here. This is the the core systems at this point. This other stuff is just trash I'm picking up to help myself out at my leisure. Yeah, at this point where I'm winning the game, decide which systems are going to be trash and which systems aren't trash. All these systems that are, in my backyard, those are my good stuff. The other stuff I'm conquering, it's not horrible, but, whatever. I have it. Nice. So you can see, go to Gemini now. Approval is still horrible. So I really need to get, I guess, this stuff up just to get that approval. At least it's something, moddable. We're gonna buy both these structures. That's not really cheap to do, but I've got the money at this point coming in, so it won't hurt me, too bad to do that. We'll get this stuff going. Get it going in that order. It's gonna take me a long time to get it all out of the way, but we'll start getting it going. I kind of want that to develop into a colony before I invest in it anymore. But I do want to have it at a point where I can actually generate stuff. Get my stuff moving. So he's saying a scout around. He's saying this here. I would like to take Ceres, but, you know, the pink Sophine's after him. And the thing about the pink Sophine, him being my ally, is that I can't really tell, I can't really break the alliance, or I don't want to break the alliance. At the same time, if I don't declare, if I, like, you know, declare peace, then that guy will declare peace, but I'll be at peace at the same time, so it's not really worth it. Alright, well, these guys, just merge with them, I guess. So, looks like I got my ships up here. Now we have to start deciding how I'm gonna, like, you know, sort of set these guys up. Let's actually go in here quickly. Since it's at the end of my turn, no one's gonna be moving stuff. I'm gonna disband these guys into the shipyard. And I'm just gonna start creating new fleets this way. So, let's go in here, I'll take a capital ship. Let's go mechanic. Let's jump on a dump of defenders. Let's get at least a couple weapon boats. And we'll crate. And that's already up to 12 to 16. And I guess I want to put in... I want to put in a couple gunboats. And either a weapon boat or mechanic. I guess we'll go mechanic since... Why not? Just, you know, get these guys nice and durable. So there's one fleet. And let's go back in again. Let's sort of repeat the process. So 2 of these guys. Those guys. These guys. Here I'm more or less learning why I need to, like, you know, make these fleets. So there's like 2 fleets out of the way. So it looks like... What am I missing? I could use an air mechanic ship, I guess. And then for this air fleet, he's just going to sit there for a bit. He's going to need himself another weapon boat, 2 mechanics, and 2 defenders. So Banny here, you're producing stuff for me, I guess. Let's you to get that. 1 mechanic for this fleet here. This guy's going to need 2 mechanics, 1 weapon boat, 2 defenders. So there's a bit being created from Banny. I'm just going to have this guy pump them all out. I won't bother, you know, spraying around the wealth at this point. That's fine, just having that one guy there. So how am I going to do this? At this point, I can, like, you know, afford to have, say, this guy. He can go over here. Oops, I guess he can't. You can go over here. You can just defend. You got 2 moment signs. You can go down here. And you can defend here. And these guys who are like my advanced squadron, you can go down to their homeworld and start capturing it. Who's this, a pilgrim? Ah, I hit the wrong fleet again. You guys go down here. Looks like the pilgrims have a scout, that's fine. I want to make sure it wasn't an invasion fleet. Need to know if I have to click this button right, you know, the move button real quick. Okay, you guys to defend. Defend. Eventually I'll take all these other ships that are out and about, like this fleet here. Have them, like, you know, get down to Veni, and then we'll just establish more fleets. Once I have, like, all these fleets, like, you know, established how I'm going to have them be established, and then I can, like, retrofit them as I, like, get my weapons and stuff like that. Basically, I'm organizing how I'm setting myself up here. Okay, now use this moon. Bit more development. So others, you know, all these systems I just like start building up as I go. That's worth mentioning. And then when they're done developing their stuff, they just convert over to finance or whatever. You know, if I was going for research, I just go research with them. If you're going to start military, I start making journey ships if need, or I could always make systems, like certain systems, like be my research heavy system or a finance heavy system. Right now, I'm converting all these guys over to finances for the simple reason that I just want to see like how much I'll pump that up. Right now, as you can see, it's gone up 2%. So already I'm having an effect on getting myself to economic victory real quick. Why not? We'll get a couple trade routes in here. Okay, let's go up to Gemini and just have a look at it. So it's finally starting to get a little bit up there. From the improvements, as you can see, it's gone up a little bit. But it's always that for this planet, this system, I'm going to have to start worrying about expansionist approval. So down here, I'll have to start looking for stuff like that. This is the next one, I think, right down here. Virtualized comms. So that's what we'll probably be getting in the near future. So we'll get that. I also want to get this one down here because that's a producing structure, really awesome one. That's just movement. There's another expansionist approval. But we'll just worry about getting personalized fields here first. It's going to take a while to develop everything in my empire, but this is like the start of it, development-wise. Get rid of them. Just to get rid of them. You guys can blow them up. And it's going to take me 8 turns to conquer Karis. This is another 100% probability to invade, so I may want to do it. Just for a simple reason that it's probably worth just taking this one little system, because there's only one little planet in there. And I can just like move around to take his other stuff from him. So my sort of strategy here is like take this stuff down here, all these trash planets, and then I only have just 2 points to defend at this guy, the pink Sophons, if I ever have to war him at all. So we'll invade, and Karis is ours. I didn't lose any troops. He lost most of his population. Ownership's at 25%. And now I've got access to this system. We can start basically going in here, colonizing this stuff. Get all that going. We'll get this going. I can go in here and I can start developing this system a little bit more. So I can afford to move this guy down to Farver now, because why not? That's the only sector he's defending from. So we take that out and he's gone. Only a few turns really have passed here, but you know we've done quite a bit. Just sort of setting up our empire and sort of getting out of the way. On the moon in Orin, a temple of Amethyst has been surveyed, so that's only an event that happens if you do it. I think we just where's Vene? Guess we can start colonizing these places. Colonize for the sake of colonize. Fine, you can break that deal. You can go down to Layhut and just invade. It'll actually take him 21 turns to invade that because the invasion or the defense in this system is so weak. You can go down to Farver, I guess. 8 turns if I want to, but I think we can afford to just invade this system, get it out of the way. So why not? So it looks like we lost 2 troops invading this place, but that's fine. I'll note that sometimes you lose improvements on invasions, but we haven't been doing so apparently so far, which is cool. Moon survey, colonize. Well, we're doing a pretty good job of taking, all these systems down here. Eventually, I'll probably dump a guy here on Yissel. You can actually move up somewhere, I guess. Let's send you up to Mizar, I guess. And you notice that because I'm an ally of this guy, there's really no point to having this guy down here. So you know what? We're actually going to keep sending him. I think we'll send him up to this guy again, so send him down this way. I guess I'll leave this fleet here to sort of defend for now. And then I'll replace him with this fleet over here. Actually, I should probably do that now. Let's put this guy here. Yoink! And apparently you're going somewhere. And this guy will just defend here. And this guy will send him back and he can just sort of join his shipyard. Now, I could actually go in here and start ripping apart the ships, I guess. That's something else I could do. There's a mechanic built. But you know what? At this point, it doesn't hurt to keep building ships. So I have no problem like constantly building ships at this point. From one sector, like say Bani. And that'll be like this sort of keep me on militarily prevalent if I need to be against these other guys. Okay, you're the guy that needs the mechanic. So there's another fleet merged and out of the way. You know what? I'm actually going to send you down here, I think. That's where he's going to end up. And I'll send this this fleet. I don't need him staying here, I guess. He's already made. I guess the hit should punch this guy out. Looks like this guy's almost conquered here. He's getting conquered there. I won't be against him like beating the ghost guys out there, but let's send you down here for now. I guess when I get a chance. A little bit of stratagem for how you like conquer this guy. Your allies will, they'll block you from invading sectors, but if you're the one invading, then they can be more helpful than not. Send up to Sweden. I just want this guy being a little bit away from my... I don't really care about their homeworld. I mean, I'm right next to it. That's another turn out of the way. I'm making quite a bit of money, as you can see, per turn. If you didn't notice, I got like 4,000. Looks like we got a couple of these things done, which is nice. One was the trade route distance bonus on star system. And this will be next. Okay, you're gonna give me Yiso, Lahat, and Ceres and Ks. Sometimes you'll get this, like, you know, sort of stupid thing from the CPUs to give you like most of their plants. It's really worth actually to consider these because you're gonna pick up a ton of plants if you play your things right. So let's accept this. And now all these plants are mine. He actually accepted that, so that's cool. So as of now, I like conquered pretty much all of us, you know, up the rest of this United Empire here. Really awesome. Take advantage of those when you get the chance, basically. And no, we don't need that right here. We'll not worry about that. I usually don't bother with this star system improvement, by the way, because usually at this point, it's getting to the point where it doesn't really matter if how can I say this? Don't really care about that either. That looks cool, but I'm not sure I need to achieve resource fits bonus on a plant. We'll just go with this right after we're done with that. What am I thinking here? Well, basically, at this point, we've conquered the United Empire over here. I can send a fleet. I guess it'll be you. You can sort of defend here. Make sure no one betrays me a bit, more or less. I'm more or less stronger than all these Sophon fleets that get sent at me. The rest of you just sort of lull your way up to Vene. You know what? We're actually going to have you take over here. At this point, this guy's more or less... he's out of the way in terms of like getting all this other stuff out and done with. He's got his stuff. I could start, you know, dumping more and more on him, but he's good as like the defense there. He'll improve his fleets, you can see a little bit. I guess that's as, you know, as good as he's gonna get. But he improves the offensive abilities of this fleet a little bit. Makes it a little bit stronger. I now own basically all the United Empire. Go with this and Pictor. Because why not? We don't mind getting a little bit more finance here. Get this going. Get this. And we'll get both of these. I don't have this, so let's buy that. I don't like doing it with heroes that wealth thing, because I might forget about it. I like to have my heroes constantly building up sectors. That's the best thing you can do with your heroes. Let's get this going. At this point, I'm sure you've seen enough. I'm basically just sort of pushing it so I constantly get more and more money. And with that more and more money, I'm pushing myself closer and closer to an economic victory. So with the United Empire, I've already punched myself up 3%. I know it's only from a few turns. As I like increase my amount, I should be going up like 2% per turn or whatever, and that'll like rapidly increase it. You guys just defend here. And let's do a quick run through all this other stuff. As you can see, the CPU wasn't doing a great job in sort of building up these plants. We just got this in our production. Ceres, he really loves his hyperscale farms. I'll say that much. Ah, look at this. We actually have the ability to tap one of these wonders, which is really nice. So you can, these wonders, naturally they aren't, you know, they didn't be unlock some of these. So in this case, I can unlock it. I'll get a little bit more production deposits and all that stuff. So we'll get this going. And then these are planets, whatever. Just get these. I'll take 4 turns, amazingly enough. Put these on top. Now what's interesting here is I've got like this plant out here in the open. It's got no protection at the moment. I kind of don't like the idea, but whatever. I'll eventually have, you know, these other systems defended. I'll have, like, you know, fleets made. It won't be as much of an issue. Get that. He really didn't build up his sectors very well, and you'll notice that one of the reasons that sometimes these like sectors aren't built up very well is just because they're behind you, the CPU. Technology-wise, I'm ahead of pretty much everyone, I think, so no one's able to keep up with me. Not in the Sophons are probably able to keep up with me. Let's get all that out of the way. So there's a little bit of work for all those systems. Advance, of course, creating stuff as needed. Let's go up here. And just defend for now. We'll worry about, well, I'm supposed to merge you guys. That's what I'm doing right, just merging this little fleet and that fleet with new ships. So it looks like at this point, I'm getting about 4.68. What I think I want to do is, you want to usually get yourself with economic victories as high as possible. You can get yourself like getting massive amounts of dust per turn. You want to balance it out so you're like constantly get your research up as needed, but I think we're fine enough as is. Basically, the next thing I want to do is I want to research stuff that'll sort of like help me in the long run. So I'm picking up like this, like these easy technologies, and then we're just gonna get the stuff that really help us out. Probably what I'll be doing is I'm gonna get like this, you know, these technologies over here and these like ones down here, and then I'll do maybe one last rush toward all these like military technologies, like the advanced lasers, the advanced kinetics, and the advanced missiles. And then from there, we'll just start like just put our efforts into just only researching stuff that'll help me generate money. So partly I want to get my defenses up, and then the other is I want to, in the background, get wealth up just to win. I'll also note, you're at any given time, I can always switch back to sort of like military conquest or other stuff. Like I could go for wonder victory if it was an option. So you're never like this. Oh, looks like you know, Empire's done. You're never isolated, only doing like one thing. So he's gone, as you can see. Empire elimination. And we got that technology out of the way. Issue they're coming over. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this hero here. He's actually more or less gotten to the point where he doesn't really need a lot of help. I guess he can get trade going up a little bit. You also notice I don't really care about what systems like colonizing anymore. Like, even if like it's perhaps not the best thing I could do with like colonizing planets, it just gets out of the way. Because we're in the point of the game where micromanaging is not really an issue anymore. Like, you know, whatever, I just want to get it out of the way. It's a sort of recurring theme that you'll see from now on with this Let's Learn. So you know what? This guy's defending here, I guess, or one of them is. Let's move this guy. Let's move him up the Kaz. Because you know what? Kaz is exposed up here. And we're going to defend it. This guy can stay down here, defend Yissel. And we'll actually make you have this guy. And of course the rest of these guys will be heading over here to Vene, and then I'll just distribute fleets as needed to like get these out of the way. I can actually move this guy back now. He's like sort of like just stopping United Empire, but now it doesn't matter if I have him up there or not. Looks like some of these guys actually took the road from Zankro to Bani, and then they're going up to Bani that way, interestingly enough. So we're slowly just developing our system and getting it out of the way. I'm up to 5,000 credits per turn. And we're up to 9%. I was actually hoping to get to 10%, so we'll end the turn one more, just to sort of get to 10% victory. So you notice that's only been like a few turns. I think we started like turn 129 at the start of this Let's Learn. You can check that if you want. And we're up to 10% economic victory already. So we got 5% in just a few turns there. And this will like increase our money every so often, right? So as we get better, we can produce more. Get that going. This guy's more or less ready to go, isn't he? So let's get to all that and do this. They've broken our deal, that's fine. Is adding you to this our fleet. So this fleet's almost made. And the rest of these fleets, I suppose the siege craft I can just afford to move them up to Kaz. Move them up to like, you know, where they'll be invading the most. Everyone else, we'll basically just use some, you know, organization. So all these guys will expand. Yoink! And we'll just basically start making fleets out of all these guys, basically. But no, we'll do one more turn to have this one fleet out of the way over here. So a little bit more done. We got our planetary exploitation. That'll increase our revenue even further. And Banny's slowly building up his defenders. I'm actually tempted to send these guys back, so we can basically go in here in Bene and start thinking about how we're gonna make these fleets. So obviously I need a lot of capital ships for all this stuff and mechanics, but I can go in here prematurely and just serve like defender, gunboat, create, weapon boat, defender, gunboat, create. May have to build a defender. We're gonna have a lot of fleet at the end of this, you know, creation process, but it's fine, more or less. Yeah, I'll need a defender and a weapon boat apparently from this, and a gunboat at that. So there's a bunch of stuff. And then there's all these, like, you know, half-made fleets. There's half made and ready to get built. Wonder why this wonder why our offense is a little bit off on each one of these ones. Oh well, whatever. It's not important, I guess. Scout, what are you doing? I guess you can go. Send you up this way. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this episode. Probably a long one, just to explain, I'm trying to win the game. But it's sort of like a furlough take, and it's what you're trying to do. You're trying to build up your sort of strategy for how you're going to win. And then you're going to stick with it to sort of win. So, my roadmap at this point, we're just going to research these basic technology I've laid out. Probably after that, I'll set this up, here for now. I want to get up to, like, this, and this in no particular order, but we'll have them this laid out that way. I might want to get this other stuff too, but this is the basic stuff you want to get up to, at least in the military tree. These weapons. And then, after that, the focus in here, I'm not going to do it now, but I'll be going down here and picking up like stuff like additional hero perhaps. Acronym capping increases will let you get more heroes. This one down here is more, credits on the system. That'll increase, your time to get more heroes. This thing's good for obvious reasons. That'll get you, what is it? It'll basically let you get the improvement structure, obviously, to get guys happy if that's an issue for you. There's really no specific order I'm going to be going with all this stuff. But anyhow, that's all in the next episode. I've taken far too long to end this episode. You get the idea, so take care. I'll see you in the next episode. And next episode, I'll note, is probably going to be more or less the last, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot more tutorial type of stuff at this point. It'll just be more or less just play as usual until we win the game, because that's what I'll be doing at this point. Next episode and from here on, I'll just be waiting to win the game and all that.